Hello and welcome back to the channel. I just thought I would do a quick walk around of one of these. I bet you mostly don't even know what it is. It's a Ford Ka Plus. I'm not very keen on this car. I just want to give people a few little bits of advice of why not to buy one. First of all, they were made in very short numbers. So when your company need parts for them, they're very difficult. Basically what it is, a normal Ford Ka, like this is the Ka Plus. The normal Ford Ka is based on the Fiat 500. Not my favourite, but a canny little car, I suppose. And then you've got your Fiesta, which in my opinion is a brilliant little car. One of the best little kind of small-sized family cars you can get. This is basically a Fiesta with all the quality taken out of it. It's nothing to do with the original, so I don't really understand why it's called the Ford Ka Plus. It's got nothing to do with the Ford Ka, because the Ford Ka is a Fiat. This is nothing Fiat. This is just a Ford Fiesta with a lot of the qualities items taken out. It's like a cheap Fiesta. For example, this particular car's only got 50,000 mile, 2017. The centre section of the exhaust, the box is actually blown open. Nobody can get them. Only Ford can make them. Have a guess for a centre box on this, just a 1.2. That's one good thing I will say about it. It doesn't use the EcoBoost, which is rubbish. It uses the decent Z-Tech 1.2 engine. The engine in it is good, but the exhaust from Ford, the back box wasn't the best either. It was going to be, I think it was going to be about £250 plus the VAT. No, sorry, it was £300 for the middle one and 270 odd for the back plus VAT. So it was going to be basically touching 600 quid with the VAT in and fitting. So an exhaust specialist place actually managed to weld it up as a temporary repair. So the only thing I will say about these is if you're thinking about buying one, they were only made in very short numbers. Because really nobody wanted them. Because if you want a little car, a tiny car, you buy a Ka. If you want a small car, you buy a Fiesta. I do not see the need for a car in between a Fiesta and a Ka. It just seems utterly pointless and looks awful in my opinion. But anyways, what you'll find is a bit like some kind of rare, well, not rare cars, not very well sold cars, is that they'll not have the numbers there for them. So when you come to need to get stuff in, at the minute, because they're new, most of the stuff's dealer part only, which is very expensive. But when they become an older car, you'll find nobody ever bothered making third-party parts for them. So as you'll know, if anybody has an old Proton or a SsangYong or something like that, you'll find the parts are very difficult and expensive to get a hold of. So there's that. I just thought I'd just do a quick walk around of it, like the back end of it. You can see some essence of the Fiesta there, but anything nice out of they basically took everything nice what the Fiesta had away. So, but underneath, don't worry, it is just a Fiesta, so that's a good thing, I suppose. And the engine's good, but the quality has just severely gone down. Like this here, they've forgotten this bit. It's not even a bit of plastic. That is actually a black sticker. As you can see, it's all scratched. Just horrible. In the back, you know, I suppose you can get some higher spec ones of these, but just really not there, the quality. Next to no leg room. And, you know, it compromises the space of the boot because they've knocked all this back end off what the Fiesta would normally have. In fact, it's that stupid, I don't even think it's got a button to open the boot. Nah, so I'm going back to the silly business from 20 years ago of not even having a button. So you've either got to mess on with the key or use this button here. Come on, a car of this age should just have a button. But as you can see, the boot is tiny. No space, no kind of back quarter. You know, remember a Fiesta's got a little window here? The 5-door ones, I'm meaning. Not a great deal of space in the boot. And around to the front. I mean, even here, look at this, you know, where ones would have a indicator, but this is actually, believe it or not, a higher spec one, so they've just put a cheapy little thing. I know some quite top-end cars do that, actually. I can't remember which ones there are. Nothing fantastic at the front. I mean, it's got the fogs and everything and running lights, but they're incorporated into them. I think they are just the running lights, actually. Looks a bit like a Fiesta from the front, but the lights just aren't quite as good looking, and obviously when you get round to the back, just a bit yuck. So we'll go on to the inside, where things get better to a degree, but worse as well. So as you sit in here, you'll see we've got some bits from the Fiesta, nice, but a lot of cheap plastic. But when you come to like these areas here, the Fiestas use like a different kind of button. These are nasty cheap Chinese heater controls. These are something what you can get off eBay. I've seen, I can't remember which car it was on. I think that's in like old kind of Astra or something. You can get an upgrade for the heater switches, or is it a Citroen? I can't remember. But this is just all very not nice at all. Again, you've got your screen here. This is okay till you start feeling the quality of it. It's, in the hazard switch, I'm not going to touch it because I've just checked the lights on this car before. When you touch the button, it's getting jammed into the dashboard because, as you can see, it mustn't be in line. And this car's been not exactly great, but it certainly hasn't been abused. And all these, and the gear shift, look at that. And believe it or not, I've just had a look. There's not actually anything wrong with it. It's just an awful gear change. Even though it is the same gearbox, same engine, same underneath as a Fiesta, there's just been so much quality just robbed from them. Because naturally, what I think a Car Plus is just a cheap Fiesta, a cheap, smaller Fiesta. But I don't really know why you would want a Fiesta to be smaller, because you would just buy a car. So, but as you can see, it's quite dreary in the back. Because you've lost that window, you've got very poor visibility for reversing. And I know the 3-door Fiesta doesn't have that, but we're comparing this to a 5-door Fiesta. Again, the dashboard, it's very minimalist. But actually, I've noticed, I will credit this car on some stuff. It's got aircon. It's actually got a speed limiter and cruise control. Now, I have reviewed top-end Volkswagens and stuff that don't even have cruise control. So I'll give me thumbs up to that. I'll give me thumbs up to the engine and the gearbox and the underpinnings. But everything else, no, not for me at all. But I just thought I'd do a quick review on this car. Don't buy one, because just honestly, go out. If you want a little car, go out and buy the car. Even though I don't rate them because they're all Fiat. But they're okay, I suppose. But if you want a little car, buy a Fiesta. Honestly, for the money you would pay for one of these, and this has only got 50,000 mile on, if it decides to focus. This has only got 50,000 mile on, and it feels like it's got 150,000 on. Hence the exhaust is actually blown open in the centre box. And these are older people who have this car, by the way. They don't race it about. But, yeah, if you want to buy a Ford Car Plus, buy a Fiesta. And if you really think a Fiesta's too big, buy a car. Because, like I've said, the biggest problem with these will be, at the moment, because they're quite new, everything will be dealer part only. And when they're older, nobody will have ever took the third-party rights on to actually make the parts, you know what I mean? So, but under the bonnet's just a standard 1.25 Z-Tech, cracking engine, nothing really to show there. But, you know, they've got all the bits of the Fiestas, but, you know, I think this one's got like a little colour screen in the centre. This must be a higher spec one, because a lot of these are very basic, but it's got that little screen thing on up there. As you can see, it's got the standard Ford kind of stuff. That's all okay. But honestly, for the pennies you would save buying one of these over a Fiesta, you'd be mad not to buy the Fiesta, because the Fiesta's a cracking car. So there we go. Quick one on this one. I'll catch you on another video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this, like, comment, subscribe. Just remember, if you're watching it regular, just hit the subscribe button. I don't upload that many videos. It won't bombard you with notifications and stuff like that. It just helps my figures grow. So I would appreciate that if anybody wants to. Thanks again. Catch you on the next video. Bye.